Good morning, Bobcats, and welcome to the month of love. I'm Christopher Kathman.
And I'm Bella Niems, and we are your two lovebirds for the show.
Niems, let's not do that.
Okay, well, to get out of that awkward scenario, let's get right into the intro.
We've got a love-filled show for you today, so instead of getting rejected, we're asking you on a date into this episode of The Sage.
Konnichiwa.
Okay, Bobcats, we took it to the Love Boats of Sage Creek at lunch to hear about some Valentine's Day serenades.
Well, let's send it to Nadia, Razzaq, and Kayley Teagle for a beautiful man on the street.
Good morning, Bobcats, and happy almost Valentine's Day. Today, we went out and asked a couple of students, if you could serenade someone with any song, what song would it be for Valentine's Day?
Love Story by Taylor Swift.
Adore You by Harry Styles.
Angelina Ballant, Gary's Song by SpongeBob.
Happy Valentine's Day by Outkast.
Is Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
Adore You by Harry Styles.
Always by Panic! At the Disco.
Song is Rather Be by The Clean Bandit, mixed with Jesse Klein.
So mine is probably Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King.
Thank you for watching, Bobcats. We hope you enjoyed. This has been Nadia, Razzaq, and Kayley Teagle reporting for The Sage.
I loved seeing everyone's responses.
Me too. Now, let's get a little groovy and take a look at the statistical side of love.
The recent trends in marriage have been captivating to all, but especially to our generation, since we are looking for our lifelong partners.
Nice try, Niems, but not a chance.
All right, well, let's send it to Issy Brewer and Lulu Horne to see if we actually have a chance to be in a long committed relationship.
Hey Bobcats, Valentine's Day is only 2 days away.
So in honor of this long-held tradition, we decided to research marriage trends from the 1950s
Until now. To get a grasp on our current generation's perspective, we asked around campus to see what students' thoughts on marriage are.
I think marriage is pretty cool. It's like a lot of commitment, which might be hard for some people, but I feel like once you get that trust level with someone, that's...
I feel like it's a good thing if you find the right person, but it's not something to rush into.
It's nice, but all of it's like just on paper, and it's like I feel like a paper shouldn't define your marriage. It's just love.
I think it's like cool. I want to be happy.
Pretty cool.
To dive a little deeper into broader historical trends in marriage, we asked AP European and U.S. history teacher Leif Peterson for an overview of the recent history of marriage. In the 1950s, the traditional ideal of domesticity in the nuclear family was still prevalent. A shift in tradition was finally seen in the 1960s and 70s.
Primarily, there's going to be a decrease in the divorce rate during the 1970s, which is going to be a new trend that'll emerge as more and more working women and wives enter into the workforce. And by the 80s, there's definitely a more conservative perspective when it comes to marriage, as far as the promotion of what they call family values. There's, again, another shift within the 1990s and early 2000s for marriage isn't just about a nuclear family, but it's more so, it's more about who you love and not just the traditional sense of marriage as far as that's concerned. So by 2015, there's a Supreme Court case that allows for gay marriage.
Obergefell versus Hodges marked a significant shift in marriage trends, and 5 years later, we can see that the legalization of gay marriage has been largely accepted and celebrated by society. No matter what marriage looks like today, when you break it down, there are a few things that are vital to a loving relationship.
I say just like trust and loyalty.
Trust.
Well, love, but I mean, like, you gotta have trust. You gotta care for the person.
Wow, that package about marriage sure makes me mad about Marriage Story snub at the Oscars.
But congratulations to Parasite for winning Best Picture, plus being the first South Korean film to be nominated and the first international film to win Best Picture in the 92 years of the Oscars.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with this choice. I mean, I loved everything about this film, from the enthralling performances to the gorgeous cinematography.
That's not gonna get you a date.
What, girls don't like geeky film nerds?
No, but they do like athletes. Chris, when was the last time you worked out?
Let's send it off to Trevin Rogers with sports.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Trevor Rogers with sports and announcements for this week. Last Friday, Bobcat Arena and Bobcat Stadium were packed with fans as we celebrated Hoopcoming girls. Girls basketball beat Oceanside 50-47 in a thrilling game. They play Friday at home at 5:30. Boys basketball honored 3 seniors on Friday and fought hard but came up short at Oceanside. They play at home on Friday at 7. Girls soccer also celebrated their senior night, honoring 4 seniors in the best way as they beat Oceanside 4-1. They play at SD tomorrow. Boys soccer lost 3-1 and are looking to bounce back as they play at home tomorrow on senior night. Come out at 6:30 to show your support. Just a reminder that we do not have school on Friday or Monday as we celebrate President's Day weekend. On Friday, come out to varsity girls and boys basketball games and wear red and pink for Valentine's Day. This has been Trevin Rogers, sending it back to the anchors.
Thanks, Trevin, and congratulations to Zach Chandler for putting up 20 points at last week's Hoopcoming game.
And also thanks to all the players for playing their hearts out against the Pirates.
And to ASB for the rainiest dance that we've had yet.
Okay, Niems, what now?
Chris, this is our turn.
You're right.
We're gonna give you a little help if you haven't planned that perfect date with the perfect someone.
Or you're spending the night with your spoon and a tub of tear-inducing ice cream.
Chris, don't bring the mood down yet. Come on. Food. If you do have the perfect date and you're looking for a reservation on Valentine's Day, it can be pretty scarce. So instead, celebrate the day before. It makes everything much easier and it takes the pressure off.
Something you can do for that special someone is get them some delicious candy. But if you're single like the rest of us, feel free to get some for yourself. You've earned it. It's cheaper the day after Valentine's Day, and you're all welcome, but please, leave it to the ones who really need it.
Flowers. Now, you could get her the traditional red roses, which will last in her room for about a week, and then they die. Just like these ones. Or you could get her something innovative, like an air plant that she only has to water once every 2 weeks, so the possibility of it staying alive is, well, pretty good. Or, lastly, you could get her something like an air plant, which also is a way to decorate her room, so it's multi-purpose.
Hi. After 17 years of existing, here's a couple tips I picked up for being single on Valentine's Day. Feeling lonely? Feel free to take a drive. Definitely calms my nerves. But if you're a little too young for that, feel free to ride your bike or take a walk around the park. Something else you could do is watch a movie. You can either watch a horror movie or a love movie, depending on how you're feeling. 3. Something you can always do, toss a tub of ice cream into the mix. I know it definitely calms my nerves.
Everyone knows that girls love diamonds, or the little blue bag. But if you can't afford that this Valentine's Day, then get them something practical, like an instant camera or a water bottle. It shows that you really care about what they like. Guys are really hard to shop for, so when in doubt, just buy them a hoodie. They'll really like it, and it'll be special coming from you.
Well, Bobcats, thank you for venturing with us down this pink river of love known as this episode of The Sage.
Yes. We also want to mention an amazing article up on our homepage written by Nancy Huang Ball.
Just so you know, Bobcats, if you follow @The Sage Publication on Instagram and Twitter, you will instantly fall in love with the person of your choice.
Well, that's all the love we can give you today, Bobcats.
Happy Valentine's Day, Love Cats. See you next week on an equally lovely episode of The Sage.